Hot damn ho, here we go again. Hey y'all, it's Miss Marcy and welcome back. Y'all, this shit is crazy what I got to talk about, okay? Alright, what I'm going to talk about today is Usher, honey, and this whole herpes situation. Alright, so basically what's happening is, if y'all don't already know, last week there was a report that came out of nowhere, actually, y'all. This report came from out of nowhere, as if somebody just leaked it into the press, like, okay, Usher, you just pissed me the fuck off, nigga. This is what I'm gonna do to you. So this report got leaked, basically saying that that a lawsuit was filed against Usher, a woman that he had been creeping with and sleeping with and tiptoeing with, when he was married to his ex-wife, Tamika Foster. This woman, who actually has been identified, her name is Maya Fox Davis, okay? So Maya Fox Davis was also Tamika's bridesmaid, one of Tamika's bridesmaids in her and Usher's wedding. How about that? Okay, so basically she had been sleeping and creeping and fucking with Tamika's husband, husband to be, because the report said that Usher and Maya had been sleeping around up until the night of the wedding. Oh my gosh. So anyway, so they was creeping around, whatever, and said that in 2009 or 2010, Usher had been diagnosed with herpes. Okay, he had been diagnosed with the herpes virus. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, herpes is incurable. That means you cannot cure it. You will have it for the rest of your life once it's contracted. 2009/2010, somewhere in between there, Usher was diagnosed with the virus. So that was around the time too that him and Tamika actually was finalizing their divorce, because she had been accusing him of cheating, in which she was allegedly, obviously she was right. I remember reports too back then when they were going through their divorce. I remember Tamika citing that he had cheated with one of her bridesmaids. So fast forward 2012, the Maya girl, she filed the lawsuit and Usher paid out $1.1 million. She said that they had been sleeping around or whatever, and despite some green shit oozing out of his dick, he told her that he was okay and there was nothing wrong. And so she continued to sleep with him. First of all, if you see some green shit oozing out of somebody's penis, I'm sorry, I don't give a damn what they tell you. Honey, you know something ain't right, and you need to immediately stop sleeping with that person, okay? So she kept sleeping with him. So then, according to reports, she started noticing fevers, blisters, and things like that on her vagina. So she was diagnosed with herpes. So if this situation happened in 2012, I'm talking about the courts and everything, why was it leaked all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Usher must have pissed somebody off really bad, and they decided to blow the whistle and expose him, because that's some crazy shit. So then, if that wasn't enough, here comes another woman that Usher had been creeping and sleeping with, saying that she's filing a lawsuit. She's filing a lawsuit for $10 million. $10 million. Now, this woman has not been identified. They just calling her Jane Doe. She said that she was messing with Usher back in April, and that at first, she said the first time they had sex with a condom. And then she said 12 days later, they had sex in a New Orleans hotel or whatever without a condom. And when she saw this report recently that was just released the other day, she said that made her scared and alarmed and distressed or whatever. She stressed the hell out. Now, she's not saying that Usher gave her herpes, but she's saying that she was exposed to the virus. Just knowing that he has it just has her like, she shook, like, oh my gosh. This story is just crazy. And I mean, from a public relations standpoint, I was thinking like, damn, if I was Usher's publicist, how would we clean this story up? How would we clean this up? And the answer is you can't. This is not something he can clean up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I mean, obviously, if they got court documents involved, it must be true that he must have herpes or whatever. And I don't think that this is something that will ruin his career. I don't. Hell, there's a lot of celebrities out here with herpes. We just don't really know about it due to the HIPAA law. The HIPAA law, you're not supposed to leak anybody's personal medical information or whatever. But I think what happened in this situation is when those women filed those lawsuits against him, that's when it became public record. Because really, we shouldn't even know about him having herpes. But again, like I said, there's a lot of celebrities out here that's supposed to have herpes. I've seen reports, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, damn, what? He got it? She got it? Oh my gosh. So I don't think it's something that should interfere with his music making, but it's just, I don't know how many women gonna be wanting to fuck him now. I don't know. But yeah. But you know what? With this situation with Usher, I do feel that it's unfortunate because I really think that, real talk, I think Usher seems like a nice guy in real life. Usher's been famous for a long time. I grew up listening to Usher. Honey, I remember back when he first came out with, every time I look at you, there's so many things that I wanna do. Oh my gosh, that was a shit. But that's way back. We going back to 1993, 1994, whatever. But his first actual song was that song, Just Call Me a Mac. I didn't too much care for that. But anyway, so he's been on the scene for a very long time. I do have respect for Usher as an artist. Like I said, he never seemed Hollywood to me. He never seemed like too Hollywood. Like he never seemed like he was all about the Hollywood status. I mean, he still seemed like he's very humble. And I mean, but hell, that should teach him shit. Start strapping up. You know what I'm saying? And be honest with people. But I think that because this has happened, y'all know we live in a world where people move by anything the celebrities do and say. I mean, it's like a celebrity, anything that happens with the celebrities, that's what makes people conscious and aware of things. So I'm saying that to say that there's a lot of people having a lot of sex out here, especially in the celebrity world. There's a lot of fucking, and there's a lot of unprotected fucking going on. So maybe with this situation, people will come back to reality that, hey, there's things out here that you can catch just from being all willy-nilly. So it's not safe to just be out here just sleeping around and sleeping with people. And like I said, there's a lot of sex that goes on out here, and a lot of people don't use protection. So maybe with this situation, it will bring some awareness back, like, hey, this shit is real. You got to be careful out here. Child. But I just think that the second woman who is filing a lawsuit, I just think she's just trying to get some money because of the first one. And I mean, my thing is, you chose to lay down and have unprotected sex with Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of people be having sex out here and they be having unprotected sex. But I feel like, I understand in the state of California that it is against the law to not share your status with a person. But I'm just saying, that woman has to take personal accountability for it. You know what I'm saying? You laid down and had sex with him unprotected. Both women. You know what I'm saying? And especially the first one, honey, how the fuck you gonna be somebody's bridesmaid and then be having sex with the damn groom? Ooh, girl. These side chicks don't give a fuck nowadays. They really don't. I mean, they don't. They just like whatever. But I think it's crazy. Like I said, for Usher, I just think he needs to remain quiet about it. I mean, what can he do? What the hell can he do? And I just think that people need to start strapping up more and quit laying around just having sex with people just because somebody look good and all this shit on the outside. You don't know what people are carrying. You don't know. And people don't look like they have things. You never know. So you just got to be careful out here, man. It's crazy. And I think people need to educate themselves as far as sexually transmitted diseases or STIs or whatever you want to call it. I don't care how old people are. I think people need to be educated because a lot of stuff people not educated on when it comes to sex. And I think what makes it even more alarming out here is that there are a lot of men who will sleep with women unprotected, and people just sleeping unprotected period with each other. And a lot of times these men will have wives and girlfriends or baby mamas that they still with or whatever, and but they'll have sex with a side chick in a minute without protection, and the women are letting it happen. So I just think that it's just too many people having unprotected sex. You know what I'm saying? And I think that right there is alarming, and I feel like women have a strong say so over that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of women are allowing a lot of men to have unprotected sex with them. And again, I think that's very alarming. I mean, but it is what it is out here. People just got to be careful. I can't worry about what everybody else do. I got to make sure I continue to be careful. Shit, because I ain't trying to catch shit. This is Usher's business. I'm not sleeping with Usher, so I really don't give a damn. And now y'all know Usher's been married to his current wife, Grace Miguel, since 2015. How much y'all want to bet the next story we see is his wife filing for a divorce? Because this is going to be too much for her. First of all, this is exposing the fact that he's been cheating. Not necessarily with the first girl, but this second chick. That means he's been cheating. And I think his wife probably knows about the herpes. I don't think she would have married him. I mean, I don't know. She still married him, so I think she knew about that. But this whole cheating shit, and then the whole situation, it would be embarrassing. Your husband out here caught up in a damn some scandal about him passing herpes to people. Ooh, girl. But anyway, that's all I really want to say about this situation. I think it's crazy, and I think it's unfortunate because, again, I think that Usher does seem like a nice guy or whatever. So anyway, that's all I want to say about this, and thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is Miss Marcy. Peace.